We know. There we go. That's better. Why isn't it playing? Hang on. Right, maybe that's worked. That worked. Are we good there? Think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Cool. How do we like the new setup then? New camera. Well, it's just my phone. Nope, that's not. There we go. See, I'm still trying to iron out. Using my phone. A little bit janky, but we're getting there. I'm gonna quickly roll out a community post. I look a lot more crisper than you. Take a little bit of practice, you know, a little bit of getting used to. It's good. Yeah, it's green screen, man. All green screen. Looks a cool looking studio. I wish it was real, but just not right now. We'll get there in time. In time. Just go do that post. Live. Sorry, it's been a little couple days trying to sort this out. Actually, trying to get the right stand for this for my phone. It's actually really annoying. It's kind of like right in the way right now. In like an ideal world, I'd have it, but the circumstances of my sort of space don't really allow that. How's England? Yeah, it's alright, man. It's fucking cold. Fucking freezing. Grinding away at the new video, which will be out tomorrow. Some. Uh, yeah, anyway, this is more of a test live stream. Test out the new camera, so I probably won't be on for enough to crack, hopefully. Look okay? Pedro Munoz, Kyler Phillips, and that's really, that's a banger, man. I love that. Banger fight. I'm there for it. I'm telling you. Right. Bang. There we go. They're gonna destroy Colby. I think so, man. I think so. That's my general prediction, but it's hard to say, man. MMA, but I think obviously I'm biased because of Leon. You understand? Colby's old, getting old. One win in the last few years, right, against Masvidal. No wins over current ranked welterweight. You know, pretty crazy. And that's not always the metric because when Leon was, you know, public enemy number one back in the day, everybody was saying Leon's barely got any. Never know. Pedro's a chin on him. He does, man. KO'd. Really not. You're gonna make a statement? Yeah, I hope so. I think he made a statement in the second Usman fight to prove any doubters wrong, but yeah, I love that. Everyone hates Leon. Nah, they did back in the day. They did when he was before he was champ. They hated him. I didn't hate him, and sure you didn't either. But no, they don't. It was. Yeah, I agree, man. I don't understand how people were saying, "Oh, his striking is insane" or "He's boring." I think when you actually watch him fight, just because he doesn't get finishes, I think it's beautiful to watch on the feet. You know. And that's why I'd always love watching Leon fight, you know, even before he won the title. And then obviously after he got that crazy knockout, that was the beginning of his sort of rise. So I'm happy about it. Ian and Leon should fight. I think they will down the line. And obviously with this whole Renegade beef that I talked about in my video, I think that sells itself. I think Ian needs a win or two more though, right? If Leon's still the champ, Ian's going to need 1 or 2 more wins. Probably 2. I give him. Yeah, 1 to 3 wins. If it depends how. The thing about Ian is he plays the game very well. Plays the media game really nicely. So you're gonna get guys like him just skyrocketing up that ladder because they can talk shit on the mic and do it quite well. I mean, everybody hates Ian right now. He's doing the right thing. People hating on him. So don't be surprised if that fight happens after 1 or 2. You know, Master of Strike. If you don't get it, yeah, exactly, man. He'll pick you apart. He's beautiful at it. Those leg kicks, absolutely. Remember when Marlon Moraes was the man? I did back in the day. You know, when he fought Cejudo, that was a big decline. Shavkat gonna hurt Steven. I don't know, man. You know what? You know my opinions on that. I think if it stays on the feet, I think Steven has a very good chance. I think Shavkat relies on his chin way too much. His head movement ain't all there. Steven's got a good crack. Shavkat has brutal knees. He does, yeah. The thing is, if Shavkat sticks it in the clinch or takes it to the mat, which I think he probably will do, then he'll win. But Shavkat's that Jeff Neal fight showed me his fight IQ is not all there, and I think if Wonderboy can capitalize on that, I think that's just where they're taking, man. Marab Henry, who do I have winning? Marab, youth, got the youth on his side, man. He's in his prime. Henry's on his way out. Check out the only guy that can slam a kneecap into your heart. Honestly, yeah, he probably could. Yeah, I hope the camera's a little way crispier than usual, you know. What I was aiming for. I know it's a little bit of a weird angle, right? Play around with it without fucking shit up, but yeah, it's not bad. Irene or Rosa. Is that Aldana? They're fighting, aren't they? I'll go Aldana. I've always liked their boxing. She's got that bobbing Mexican style, you know. She's always fun to watch, man. Tobias, what's good, brother? Cameron Colliton for 9 day report. Yeah, I know. It's just my phone, but I didn't realize how good I could get the setup with the phone because it's just going through Bluetooth right now. But it looks surprisingly good. I know it picks up. The reason I really wanted to change it, I was going to invest in a camera, but that shit's really expensive, let alone for a lens. And I don't have the money for it right now. So, you know, the phone was the way to go. And I think it just looks quite good, you know, and it picks up the light way better. The chroma key's way better because light picks up light better. So I actually have my proper lighting set up here. I got my 2 lights. Looking good, man. I've done a Kevera. Yeah, it's one of my favorite knockouts, man. I fucking love it. Top 5 best fight in the UFC right now. 1 Islam, 2 Volk, 3 Aspinall, Hamzat, Leon. That's not, you know what? That's a pretty good list, man. I really do like that, Toby. I think for me, I'd probably put, on pure ability, I'd probably put Leon above Hamzat because I think Leon's gas tank's better and I think he's much more well-rounded than Hamzat is. I think Hamzat's grappling's unbelievable, but he doesn't last long enough for it to be useful. So for me, Leon goes above Hamzat. I'm not sure if Hamzat would even make my top 5, actually. Off the top of my head, I don't know who I'd put, maybe. But Leon gets above Hamzat for me. But I like that list, though, a lot. I think that's really good. Pretty much bang on. That's what Starcher Jones, yeah, he does, man. You know my opinion on that. Of course he does. He's handing Jones' first ever L. Okay. I don't want my phone to just die, run out of battery, which is actually a possibility. So gotta be careful of looking out for that. I should have Drew Kamaru. No, I think you could have scored that fight a lot of different ways. So I'm not mad about the decision because it was very close. You know, when I watched that fight, I couldn't really score the rounds. Bar round 1. Round 1 was easy to score. It was whether you it was whether you gave it a 10-9 or a 10-8 for Shemaev, right? And then round 2 and 3 were very close. So I wasn't mad about the decision. You know? It was a difficult fight to score. Usman in one hand, the closest round was round 3. Yeah, it's difficult, man. Everyone's gonna have different opinions on it, you know. COVID affected Hamzat's cardio. Yeah, maybe. That was a big question, wasn't it? He doesn't fight long enough. But the thing is, the Burns fight, he looked pretty good, cardio-wise, you know? So I don't know. Hard to say, man. What's good, boys? Look at everyone flowing in here. How we doing? Yeah, hard to judge my fight, I know. Avon, what's good, brother? Pete, as well. What's good, boys? How you doing? Hope you guys like the new camera. Well, it's just my phone, as I said, for you were in here a minute ago. Just the phone, but it's looking a hell of a lot better. I'll say that. Chroma keys, actually a decent looking green screen, man. Yeah, it's been a minute, man. So I haven't streamed in a few days. Trying to sort this out, to be honest, more than anything. I've been looking at buying a fucking stand. I just didn't want to stream with this shitty webcam, man. It was pissing me off. Plus, I was just getting down with the video. Again, I apologize for not streaming when I said I was going to, but I never really promised anything. I didn't want to promise anything. I don't want to let you guys down. So, as I said, the schedule will happen. It's just a matter of getting everything working and in order. So, at the moment, I bought this stand. We're looking good. Hopefully, we'll get into some sort of groove with it. Timing wise, I don't know. That's why I'm streaming at fucking 1 in the morning here. Right? I normally stream at 10 p.m. So, hey, 3 hours later, how does Sean do against Shemaev? I think it's a very close fight. It's a lot close fight than people think. I think if he survives that early onslaught, that is the key, That's the hardest part. So if he survives that first round, I think he's got a very good chance, man. Warning everybody to not sleep on Hill. Yeah, I think Jamal Hill gets it done. O'Malley and Aspinall, yeah. O'Malley, I didn't think would get it done. I thought Sterling's grappling would be too much, but it was a pleasant surprise to see that finish. Aspinall, I've been saying since he fought Arlovsky, he'd be champ. He's unbelievable. Good predictions though, man. Poor guy, who you guys, Thiago's knees came from? Oh, Thiago Santos was the man. Yeah, man, back in the day. Back to the Usman background. I could get it up. I want to keep this one for a little bit. I quite like it. It gives me cozy sort of vibes. But yeah, no, I'll have it up in a bit. It's my choice this time. Thiago Jones was cozy. Yeah, it was just the leg injury, man. That was it for me. Obviously it was the Reyes fight. That's the one everyone was. Jones will lose to Tom. Yeah. I'm so sure as well, man. I think people are finally seeing the light on Aspinall. Although I've been preaching it. Avon, have you seen the light yet? Well, you can see that you've seen the light on Aspinall. Roy cheat. I don't know. Is that true? Or are you just chatting shit, man? Reyes Jones is a robbery. Yeah, that's a pretty robbery for me. I said this before. What makes a robbery is it can be a close fight, but if it's clear to call, if the rounds are clear, then that's what makes it a robbery. And for me, that round it was very easy to score. You give it 1, 2, 3 Reyes for sure. Aspinall next fight. Be real. I mean, in an ideal world, it would be Jones, of course, but I think the real question mark is Stipe. You just got to get Stipe out of that equation, man. And obviously Jones is going to be out for a long time, and I don't think anyone wants to see Aspinall sitting on the sidelines. So that's why I don't really understand why they made the interim title. I think the UFC shot themselves in the foot by doing that. I think by making interim title, you're just diluting that division and making it much harder to deal with because you've got an interim champion sitting on the sidelines for the foreseeable future. You know what I mean? So it's a tricky one. In a perfect world, much as I love Stipe, he'd be retired and Aspinall would be scheduled for Jones. But hey, fuck knows. Because realistically, if that fight happens, if Jones fights Stipe, we're going to be waiting at least a year for Aspinall to get back in the cage if he doesn't defend his interim belt. Or he'll just end up having to vacate it. It's stupid. So stupid, but that's what's going to happen because realistically, you've got 8 months minimum for Jones to come back. Then he's got to prep for the fight camps. Let's add another 2 months. 10 months, and then he's got to recover. So another 2-3 months. You're going at least a year minimum until he fights Aspinall. So I want to see Aspinall maybe get tough to make a defense. Maybe do the Pavlovich rematch. Maybe Curtis Blades, throw him in there. Fuck it. But that's not what I want. But I want Aspinall to be active. That's what I want. The bottom line. So that would be what I do. Ilkaris Poatan, I think he's got a very good chance, man. I think Jamal Hill's seriously underrated. Seriously underrated. I think his ability to, his straights, he's so good at the fundamentals. That's what makes Jamal so good. And I think Willie Pereira's better suited to a guy like Adesanya because they're very mirror images in their kickboxing style. Jamal Hill's much more fundamental. I think Pereira could struggle with that. Yeah, he just finds the chin, man. Exactly. It's a great way of putting it, mate. Finds the chin. But that is a good point. He does get fouled, Cameron. I'm not a fan of that. Best boxer in UFC. Really believe it's O'Malley. Nah, he's not the best boxer. I think his style lends itself to being an MMA boxer. You know what I mean? MMA striker. Very good striking. One of the best, some of the best in UFC, if not top 5 for me, sure. Not boxer, though. We're talking pure boxer. Fuck it. Put Chris Curtis in there. We're talking purest of pure boxers. Guys out of, Extreme Couture. Sean Strickland. And Chris Curtis. They are extremely good. Rob Font as well. Yeah, man. I mean, there's plenty of good shots, but if you're talking pure boxing, I think that gets thrown around a lot too much. Chris Curtis is awesome. Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland put up there for sure. I think they're so good at that. Just they're much more akin to a fundamental boxing style than a guy like O'Malley is, because O'Malley's style lends itself to being good in MMA. You throw him into a boxing ring, it's not going to work as well. Outbox Yana, maybe. Yeah, but the thing is, again, you're talking in MMA, but when you said pure boxing, so that's where I'm going with it. Moreno Albazi, yeah, I like that. Like that fight a lot. I think realistically it should be Kaikara France, but I get mentioned that he already fought Moreno, didn't he? I mean, Kai Kara France beat Albazi. I think that's a bad decision, but again, that's not that's out of Albazi's hands. He fought his fight. But yeah, that's the fight I'd make probably as well. Jan hurt Sean in round 2. O'Malley, yeah, the watch. Yeah, but then O'Malley came right back. That was a great fight. Yeah, that liver kick on Moreno. Oh, sorry, on Kai. That's a beautiful shot. Moreno is it's a shame. He's it blows my mind. He's never had a title defense. People forget that. Isn't that crazy? Not a single title defense. Pretty nuts. You want to actually drop me on in round 2? I had to rewatch that shit. Yeah. Let's look at that round 2. It's so awesome. Sean Cheetah, who you got? I got Sean, man. I think you'll find that chin. I think it's going to be it'll go the similar way to the way the O'Malley not O'Malley, the Sterling fight went. That's how I see it. I think Sean will find that chin. Cheeto's he doesn't got that reach. He has to come in, and he's a very slow starter. Sean is on the buzzer from the moment that first second goes. So I think he'll catch him when he's not with that rhythm. If you can, guys, by the way, liking the stream, awesome. Means more people will be flowing in, and we got fucking 13 people in here. It says on mine, so fucking awesome. Appreciate all of you. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for you guys. I think of you guys stopping in here and being here for streams. Every time I pop open OBS and I turn the broadcast on, I appreciate you guys. I'm thankful for a lot of things, but you guys are one of them. I shouldn't be fighting for title. Nah, I agree. But the money game, man. I say it all the time in my videos. I've been watching MMA since 2018, so I'm actually quite recent, but I'm obsessed with it. So I got very quickly. How long until Ian becomes welterweight champ and wins fun? Griff, man, welcome to the stream. I don't know. I think he struggles with Leon, but stylistically, it's actually a close fight. I think he beats a lot of guys though. I think he'll do very well. And he's young, 25. He'll definitely be the champ by the time Leon's out of the game. Tips on building an MMA YouTube channel. Wow, I'm glad you're asking me. That's quite a privilege. I appreciate that. For me, the idea is everything. That is it's the number one thing I sort of rode with when I first started out. I was like, right, every good video starts with the idea, and the idea is the crux of everything. I do that. Idea generation is really important. So my Casuals Guide series was the one really that sort of put me into the space. That series just built on what worked. So I did it the first time. I was like, this did well. Let's do another one. And another. And I kept going. And MMA is such a thriving space. There's so much opportunity on YouTube for it. I saw that and I was like, okay, I want a piece of that. So here we are, on just over a year in, and look where we are. We're doing great. And you can definitely do the same, man. Just it's all about how you package the video as well. People, I mean, it is and it isn't. You can talk about thumbnails, titles, but at the end of the day, the idea is key. Idea and execution with the actual video. Those two together will get you far. And build on what works. That is probably the most important advice I could give. Is just, if you have a video that does well, do something in a similar style with a similar title and shit. Just a different video. Why does Ian let his wife's ex-husband? Yeah, I don't know all about that. I saw something about this book that Guru was talking about. Pretty fucking nuts. Top 5 best boxers right now. O'Malley number 1 O'Malley, Jan, Strickland, Volk, Poirier, and Holloway. I put JDM's a great shout. Forgot about him. Moreno, oh yeah. I think Moreno's a little bit defensively liable though, so I don't know. Fontenil, great picks though. I love all of them. I definitely, they'd all be in my top 10, just in a different order. That's probably what I do. I don't know exactly all of them. We don't mind how much money I make from the channel. I won't give you exact numbers, but I can tell you in terms of RPM and shit. So the new £12 videos, £12, 12-minute videos, I average about £5 per 1,000 views. So whatever that is in dollars, if you're from America, per 1,000 views, about £5, something like that per 1,000 views. So yeah, pretty good actually. Obviously it varies. So, you've had a video that flops, you ain't earning shit. How you doing today? I'm good, John. Good to see you, brother. I appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing well. Jan Rakic, I like Jan in that fight. I think his leg kicks are nasty. Definitely is good. Underrated. Football talk? What exactly? I mean, I can touch on it. Stick on MMA for the most part, but I'm happy to express a little bit. Yo, Triple, let me check your channel, bro. If you wanna shoot the shit or advice, anything, if you wanna talk, hit me up on Instagram. Just leocooper.mma. Yo, Griff, brother. Come on, man. I appreciate you. Let's get some love for Griff in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving. Been watching the channel for a while. I hope everyone in the chat has a good Thanksgiving. I mean, I don't celebrate it since I'm from the UK, but I hope all of you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. I don't really know how that works. I just assume you eat a lot of good food. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. I appreciate you taking the time to not just be here, but give me that $10. That's very kind of you. So I appreciate that, Griff. Some love for Griff in the chat, please, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Also, I'm not going to say that word, but yeah. Because he's eating that, man. Cool. Yo, Jiri, bro. Sports evolved. Tito's style lended itself to success back in the old era, but you got to guys, these are modern fighters. I think normally I wouldn't use that argument, but you know, prime Tito was very early UFC. So yeah, I definitely go Jerry that. Appreciate that again, Griff. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Got a good one coming tomorrow. On Pereira, doing a video on Alex Pereira. I was originally, you know, I started writing a video on double champs in the UFC, but we decided to scrap that. I wrote a few hundred words and I was like, I'm not happy with it. I was gonna make a video ranting about double champs, and I saw fucking Bedtime did a video on it, and I was like, fuck. Like the exact thing, complaining about double champs, like, and super fights. And it's something I really agree with, but I was like, I don't want to ride the coattails. So I'll probably do it in the future again. But yeah, the main one is the Pereira video right now. It was an old script I dug out because I hadn't finished it. I talked about it on the last stream I did. I had an old Pereira video what I was working on. So this is the one. We're finally getting around to it. Top 5 best boxers. Strickland's up there. Strickland, I wouldn't put O'Malley in there just because of his style. Not that he's not a good striker. As a pure striker, he's one of the best, but not as a boxer. Strickland would probably be in top 3. Holloway, Poirier as well. I don't know. I don't have an exact top 5, man. It's hard to say. I want to say, all right, fuck it, Grapes. You happy with that? Would No, I like Grapes, to be fair, man. Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys have your Thanksgiving is awesome. I'm having a pretty good day today, man. Not bad. Got some good work done. Video's almost finished, so I can pretty much chill out tomorrow, almost. Just a few more minutes to do on footage-wise, but it'll be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Any football hooligan stories? Nah, man. I mean, I went to a Champions League game at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea a couple of years ago. And the Roma fans, Italian fans, man, they're crazy. I mean, nothing crazy. I don't get into fights or anything. Top 5 grapplers? Are you asking Toby? I mean, I can give you mine. Damian Maia. If we're talking pure grapplers, Damian Maia's up there. If you're talking grapplers, you're encompassing everything, though, right? So you got Damian Maia, probably Khabib. This is in no particular order, by the way. Charles Oliveira. Who else? Who's up? Who else is in there? That's 3. Hit me up with some names, guys. I'm drawing blanks here. Who else you put in there? Those 3 are 100% in there, though. What about pure wrestlers? Bo Nichols, fuck it. Maybe, is that crazy? I don't even know if that's a crazy shot. I think you fucking throw Bo Nickel in there. Just purely on his accolades. You know, just because he's outside the UFC doesn't deter from his skill. He's unbelievable. You know, one of the best wrestlers we've ever seen. Gonna get to Hooligan Brawl, mate. Not in the UK, as long as they're nice to hit on throwing hands. Yeah, the thing is, you don't know how that's gonna go, man. Definitely not South London. You don't want to be doing that. Nah, to be fair, mostly it's mostly fisticuffs. UK. But hey, knives are a thing. Pantoja, best grappler. That's a good shout, to be fair. He's a very good grappler. Hamzat, yeah. Bro, stop grief, bro. Come on, man. All jokes aside, I appreciate it. All jokes aside, should UFC be held account for continuing to let Tony kill himself? Yeah, they should. It's a great point. You know, I'll answer that, actually. That's a very good point. I appreciate the 10 as well, man. Thank you. You know, I think it draws back to when you look back to when, sorry, I'm drawing. Dana asked Chuck Liddell to retire. He said he forced him to retire sort of of his own accord. They refused to let him fight again. I believe Tony is now on the same amount of losses in a streak that Chuck went through, and they're still giving him that fight. And I know you can say Paddy's a step down, say that, but still the age is such a big factor, and I think it's just we're gonna see another uncomfortable beatdown. And the worst thing is, you're giving Tony opportunity to win. And that's my biggest problem. Tony's biggest opportunity to win, right, is, you know, he does win. Let's say he gets a submission. He somehow gets a knockout or something stupid. He's going to be deluded into thinking he can make another title run, which means he's going to take more brain damage. And no one wants to see that, man. It's a lose-lose for me. It's uncomfortable. Bryce Mitchell, yeah, great shout. Got that twister submission, man. Darius is going to destroy him this weekend. What? Who? You fighting again? I forgot who he's fighting. I'm being stupid. Kieran got a point. Listen to him. Colby beats Leon. Colby will not give Leon any space for his kicks. Nah, I think Colby will struggle to get to him. And Leon's takedown defense is very underrated. I think what can happen is you're going to see exchanges where Leon stuffs that takedown. They work up to a clinch. Elbow out the exit, man. That's going to be money for Leon. Had to donate. Always watch the channel at work. I appreciate that, man. You're doing the right thing. Watching my channel instead of working. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Brendan Allen subbed Andre Muniz and Paul Craig. Yeah, underrated, man. Very underrated. He's growing in that 4 fights in a row for him now. Looking really nice. Armand, yeah, it's an exciting fight, isn't it? Sarukian, that's it. Such an interesting class of styles. You've got these two, very experienced grapplers. Armand's a little bit more clean in terms of pure MMA, but I'm excited. I think it's far Armand Sarukian's finally getting that step up he deserves. You see, no one really wanted to fight him last year. Kind of finally getting that shot now. Charles Islam, Hamzat, Pantoja, Allen. Brendan Allen in there. I don't know. I don't know if I could put him in there. Yeah, he needs more experience. Unscripted comedy style videos do better, or more high quality, well scripted, edited videos such as yours. I don't know, man. I mean, the problem is, okay, I'll go on a little tangent here. You've got guys like Lucas Tracy, and I like Lucas, man. I'm in his chat quite a lot. You'll see me in there sometimes. Guys like that, and the thing is, you're getting an army of dudes just copying him, right? And everyone wants to do that, just talk in the mic, get loads of views, just have fun, right? It's cool. You can be jealous of him, it's fine. Because Lucas does really well. Him and Guru, right? They're the two, I wouldn't say pioneers. Guru's more of a pioneer, but they both sort of rule that space, right? The other thing is now that's becoming so diluted. Everyone's doing that shitty style with the white background and crappy thumbnails, and just talking to a camera, It's fine with talking to a camera, but you've got to have your own identity and your own brand package. Like guys like Kindle, who's chat quite a lot. I think he's about to hit 1,000 subscribers. If he hasn't already, he's building his own shit. He just talks to the camera. He's his own personality, and his brand packaging is. We had him on the podcast. You can check out that episode. He talks all about his creation stuff. But for me, my space is a little bit different. My opportunity to talk to you guys unscripted is just here on the streams. I prefer the more cultivated videos, stuff like there's stuff like Fight Business as well. He's big inspiration for him. So they've both got their own space, and they've both got their own sort of space in the space. But I appreciate the compliments though. Anything can work. I made a top 5 grappler. Not after that Lewis performance. It's not a bad top 5 though. Yeah, Sandhagen with Strickland as boxers. Nah, for pure strikers, yeah, not boxers though. He's Sandhagen's. I put Sandhagen. I might put Sandhagen top 3. I think he's more versatile than O'Malley. On the feet, I think Sandhagen has way more weapons. It's disposable. That is this. No, that's not the right word. More weapons at his disposal. My brain just died, man. It's too late. But yeah, I mean, Sandhagen for me is elite level. Where I will ever get a title shot, if Sterling moves up to featherweight, yeah. That's the simple answer. Look at Strickland as a boxer, not a striker. Yeah, he's more of a pure boxer, isn't he? That's why I put him in that list. But as a striker, he's still very good. He blends it. Being able to merge that style into MMA is a very tricky thing that most fighters don't do. That's why you don't see that style very often. So you have to give Strickland a lot of credit there. Holloway is a good shout, yeah, man. Of course. I mean, I put Holloway in my video on sort of fighter styles. As boxers, I put Holloway. But you can throw anyone in that. Next for Kamaru, I think he should stay at middleweight. Why not? I think welterweight's missed the boat now. I think realistically, because he's really untested at middleweight, besides the Hamzat fight, which he looked good in. I don't think he lost his stock in that fight at all. I think you can give him a high-ranking middleweight guy. I think a welterweight he's going to have to work his way up a little bit more. Middleweight, I think he can. It's unlikely as it is, he's got a much higher chance of going for the title if it's a middleweight, just purely because he'll have less fights to do it. Realistically, the guy's got barely any time left in the sport. If he does go for another title run, this is it. And I don't think he'll do it because history tells us age is a huge factor. There's one thing getting the title, and there's another thing to lose it and win it back again. Most fighters never do that, and let alone at his age. O'Malley's the better boxer, but the striking is a toss between him and Sandhagen. Yeah, that's a good mate. Toby, mate, you're spitting facts today. O'Malley, from what I saw, has been better striking than Sandhagen. They're both very good. They're both similar in a weird way. They're very rangy and long and difficult and unpredictable. I think Sandhagen just uses all of his limbs a lot better. I love the way he uses a lot. Elbows. He's much more versatile. Mario Costa will be awesome. Yeah, I love that fight. Great shout, Griff, man. I love that too. Viziev will ever be the same in his next couple of fights. Yeah, I don't think I know he took a lot of damage. I mean, I had the privilege of watching the Gaethje fight live in the arena, which was fucking awesome. Watching those two clash, man, it was so cool. I actually had Viziev winning that fight, arena immediately. But again, it's a different experience when you're watching it in person. So, I think Viziev will be back. I think he's got plenty of time in the sport. He's still, he's hitting his prime now, isn't he? Really? So I think he'll be fine. I know he got injured. He'll come back. Listen, Tom Aspinall can fucking blow his MCL, come back in under a year, and then a belt a few months later. I know he's a freak athlete. Fiziev can do it. At least hang at the top level. I don't know about winning a title, but that's a conversation. Mark Whitaker would be great. Maybe too high of a rank for him already in middleweight. No, I think that kind of makes sense. I think it's a fun fight. Huge name value from both guys. Whitaker's coming off a loss. I think it's a good shout, man. I like it. I'd make that fight. Top fight. To be honest, yeah, fuck it. That's probably what I'd make. Top five best strikers in UFC right now. Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy's up there, but I don't know about number one. O'Malley, Sandhagen, Pereira, yeah. Great shit. No, I wouldn't put Yair out there because strike as much as striking is important, defensive responsibility is a part of that. I don't think Yair has that as much as some of those other guys. But it's not a bad list at all. Doing good here. I like it. Whitaker might be done. Nah, I think he's still got time. He's not. I don't think he's that old, right? How old is he? I might have egg on my face here. He's 32. Yeah, plenty of time, man. He's still got time. He's really in his prime now. I'm gonna have to head off. It's all love, man. Got a date with that painting you talked to the other day. Loser out, little. Oh, I already have, bro. Don't worry. I already have, man. Don't worry about that. Yeah, didn't go anywhere, sadly, but that's the game, man. Work is doesn't. Yeah, he still has 2 or 3 more fights left. Yeah, more than that, I think. Depends on damage. Yeah, but on the whole, Whitaker's not taken a huge amount of damage in his career. He's only been finished a couple times. Yeah, I thought Whitaker was older initially until a while ago, but I checked his age not that long. Watching fights as a kid, yeah, I mean, he originally didn't have too much success at welterweight, but moving up to middleweight, new age for him, man. Did really well. Underrated, I think. I think almost unfortunate Adesanya existed because honestly, he would probably, if it wasn't for Adesanya, he'd probably go down as one of the greatest middleweights of all time. If not, you could put him in the conversation for the fuck it. Heavyweight hardest hitters: Francis, Carwin, Lewis, Rumble, and Hunt. I don't know. I don't know if I'd put Hunt in there. I know he's got those walk-off knockouts, but in terms of, I think there's harder hitters than Mark Hunt. But yeah, I think I love Rumble. I think I put Rumble higher than Carwin. I'd probably put Francis, Lewis, Rumble, Carlton, and I don't know who I'd put 5. I don't know, man. It's a tricky one. I mean, because everyone talked about Pavlovich having this knockout power, and I said this before that fight at 295. I said Pavlovich doesn't have outright KO power. He doesn't put people to sleep. He rocks their shit and then finishes them with a couple of shots on the ground. He hits hard. Let's not get it twisted, but he doesn't put the lights out in the same way that guys like Francis and Lewis do. John Magomedov was what it takes to be champion. Hard to say. It's too early, Giga, man. I mean, you got to understand, one fight in the UFC, grappling looked like a bit of an Achilles heel, man, for his grappling. So we'll have to see. So at the moment, I'll say no, but who knows, man. Play Sergey with Hunt. That was on the top of my head. Yeah, I'm still torn on Sergey. He does hit hard, but he's not a knockout artist. I mean, what else am I into? Sport-wise, I love football, man. As in soccer for the Americans. I'm obsessed, man. My favorite sport since I was a kid. MMA is probably tied. But I also, again, I love jiu-jitsu and I train it. I mean, I haven't trained properly in quite a while, good 6-7 months because of medical shit. But I love jiu-jitsu, man. I've been training it for over the last 2 years, but in total about 10 months. Yeah, I love it, man. I absolutely love jiu-jitsu. Just want to get back on the mat once I have this shit sorted. Won't be for a while, sadly. Favorite team, Chelsea, man. Since I was a kid, always. Massive Chelsea fan, man. Just how it is, man. London club, man. I gotta support them. But yeah, since like what 2005, because I'm 21, so yeah, since I was about 3 or 4. Dazinho hits harder than Pavlovich. Don't forget about him. Rosenstrike? Really? I don't know, man. I respect that. Yeah, most people don't like Chelsea fans. So. Yeah, I mean MMA. Just going back to MMA, it's in such a good spot. I think so privileged to be where we are. I mean, look at 296 next month, man. Are you kidding me? That card, 295 was arguably one of the best cards of all time. I'm gonna go there. It was awesome. I think that stoppage has aged really well. I think I was worried that stoppage was gonna spoil Roth, the Mark Goddard stoppage in the end. I think looking back on it, it's a really good stoppage. I think I'm hard pressed to have a problem with it. Looking back, I think good stoppage. I think realistically, Pereira was in mount and Fury was fucked up, man. I don't think that fight would have lasted any longer than it did. So I'm very happy with that card because it was finish after finish after finish, and Aspinall getting it done. Obviously, you know how much I love him, and the guys who are regulars in it. A huge of Aspinall fan I have been, still am. So it was awesome. Been in Muay Thai past 6 years. Jiu-Jitsu guys always kick my ass in the clinch. Strength is different. Oh, no, I suck at stand-up, bro. I'm all on the mat, bro. But grip strength is the big thing with Jiu-Jitsu guys. That's where the strength comes. It's all in the grip. But the thing with Jiu-Jitsu is such an important skill. Martial arts in general, you guys haven't learned a martial art, obviously Griff, you've got the experience. I haven't been training nearly as long as you. But I think just learning a martial art is so important, not just physical, but your mental health, man. For me, when I was at university, it saved my life, man. In second year, it was so important for me. Such a good constant to have on a social and just physical aspect. I loved it. Um, so I really encourage all of you guys to get in with martial art, whatever it is you want to do. You won't regret it. Spurs already in fourth after another loss. Yeah, I think they'll classic Spurs. Gotta go. I appreciate you, John, man. Thank you for being a regular of the stream. I appreciate you, man, so much. Roy Ty really helped my confidence. Was such a cow before. Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just getting in shape and just I love the whole thing of just learning. Is jiu-jitsu for me, it feels like a puzzle, right? How I describe it. It's putting the pieces together, and then when it finally clicks, it's one of those things. I love it. Finally, you're learning a dance, and it doesn't click, and then finally you get it, and then start putting it into sparring. It's awesome. And the thing about jiu-jitsu, it doesn't hurt your long-term health. Really, it's pretty safe. No striking, and I got nothing against striking martial arts. I'm planning on starting boxing soon. Jiu-jitsu, if you're not really into that, jiu-jitsu is a great option. I love it. Worst thing happens is you get put to sleep. Great. You'll be fine. You'll be out for what? A few, like 6, 7 seconds, maybe to 10 seconds. Then how you get with videos and you can copyright claim by the UFC? I used to. Now I don't. The only advice I could give, just don't use broadcast footage as much as you can, because they'll snipe you straight away. You can get away with it at the start. After that, you can't. All my old shit got claimed. So just be sparing what you use. Just use a lot of different sources. In terms of a lot of different videos, splice them all up. You'll be okay. It's fine. What should be next for Hamza? I mean, they said he'd get the title shot, didn't they? It's weird, isn't it? They went back and they said, "Oh yeah, give him the shot. Whoever wins this fight is the title eliminator." And now you got Drickus fighting Strickland. So I don't know, man. Who do you give him there? Have a look at the rankings. Plenty of middleweight's looking really nice right now. I've been knocked out in training. I've been rock badly. I mean, I've been concussed to shit, but not for a fight. I can imagine what that's like. Get the rankings up. I mean, I've never been put to sleep. Thankfully, I'll come close. When you tap too late, you're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling here in this submission, and suddenly, shit, you're on a trip through space. But no, I've never gone to sleep. I have put a guy to sleep. That was his. Again, it's their fault though. If they don't tap, that's it. It's their responsibility. So I did put a guy to sleep once with the triangle. I felt pretty bad about it, but again, it was his fault. Uh, his just head slumped. I was like, bro, I let go, and he woke up like pretty much like after a couple seconds, and he was like, oh no, I was just a little bit dizzy. I was like, nah, brother, you went out. Yeah, it was pretty weird. Middleweight. I mean, so for Hamza, fuck it, feed him Cannoneer's fun. Why not? Paulo Costa, you get that fight done. That's probably what I'd do. Paulo Costa. Doesn't hurt. Imagine being drunk instantly. That's what it's like. What, getting rocked? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, when I got concussed when I was a kid, man, I was seeing some shit, man. Yeah, it was not cool. What's next for Usman? Give him Whitaker. Kinza, good to see you, bro. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, Kinza's probably what I'd roll with. Kinza? Jeez, I just said your name, bro. I'm going insane. Whitaker. Usman Whitaker's an awesome fight. I think that's stylistically great fun. I'd probably give Whitaker the fight. I think if you give me like an immediate gun to my head, I'd say Whitaker takes it. But who knows, man? How's the camera looking? Are we in focus? We're good. Actually looking good. This is so much better, guys. We actually have a good, clean green screen. I'm sort of problem I'm having because obviously I've got my stand right in between my monitor. I have to look to the. Hey, Roblox. We'll get around it. Lighting's looking good as well. I hope. On that up. Not too much. That better? It's only subtle. Glad it's looking. Not gonna lie, that webcam On the low light, it fucking sucked, man. Try out a green screen just so I had a nice room. Yeah, man, not real. I made it in I actually used I got a games design degree, which I graduated this year, so I used it for the first time to make a virtual environment, and then I just basically put a virtual camera, recorded about 10 seconds of footage, and yeah, choose the green screen. Pretty cool, huh? Not real, right? I'm glad you think it looks cool though. Try to make it as cozy as possible. You got the rain at the back. I wish it was at a smooth frame rate though. Sucks. Tinkering. Cool thing is, if I want to make another one, yeah, Unreal Engine, man. I just got an asset pack and basically just threw it all together, set up some lights. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing crazy. And to be honest, anyone could do that. You don't need a fucking games design degree to do that. Yeah. I was really inspired by CoffeeZilla. I love his stuff. He has a similar sort of thing. His is way more high level than yeah, I love the way he does his. Fuck it, I want. But yeah, I mean, I just looking retrospectively on this whole YouTube. Again, I know I go on about how much I appreciate you guys being here. Oh shit, it's triple. I didn't realize this your comment. Appreciate the thanks for the advice. Appreciate the good word. Yeah, you too, man. I'm gonna go check out your channel. Show 'em some love, guys. Go subscribe to Triple MMA. What's your? It's the one thing I don't like about the YouTube thing. Let me click on your. Can't click on your channel. Sucks. Anyway, I could do. Oh, I could do it through here. I'll subscribe, man. Oh, I'm your 14th subscriber. Go show him some love, guys. Hit the subscribe button to him. I don't know, look saying, yeah, it's awesome. Still early though, and it's a bit glitchy and with issues with it, but it's really cool. Very powerful shit. Um, Content is not great yet. We're getting better. Yeah, I mean, practice, man. Practice. I mean, I give you some advice. Let me have a look at your shit, your thumbnails and that. Immediately, man. Honestly, you know what I said earlier about don't take this the wrong way at all. I mean, in terms of just for your thumbnails, everybody's doing it. Do something else, man. Do your own shit. Everybody's doing that white background. There's nothing wrong with copying, but doing it and take inspiration from. That's my advice, man. That's what I did with my thumbnails. I cultivated my own style. But again, I was inspired by the people. Like Lionel Rivera's style, I love. He didn't even come up with that. So, it's take what you like and build something new. But yeah, keep going, man. I mean, it's again, consistency and idea is key, man. That's probably my best advice. But again, it takes time, man. Obviously, we're doing just by your videos, titles. It's a bit. My stuff is different to yours, right? Like my content style. But again, it's a case for everything. Mine's more caters to a casual fan base, which is kind of its idea, but it's also digestible and it's good. It's well written enough, I hope, and it's entertaining enough, I hope. Again, the guys who love watching the sport anyway will enjoy it. So that was my goal with creating my video. What I try and set out every time I post a video. I want it to cater to everybody. Top 5 best wrestlers in the UFC: Islam, Hamzat, Suda, Bo Nickel, Ikram. Yeah, that perfect shouts, man. I like Ikram's a sleeper hit, man. I like that. I don't know if I put him top 5, but they're great picks. Islam right now, yeah, good shouts. I put Nickel above Cejudo right now purely because of the. This will take you far, exactly, brother. Exactly, brother. Hey, to be decent at BJJ as a startup, bro. It's ask any black belt, they'll tell you they're still not decent. Takes a long time. No, there's no master. You can't really master something like jiu-jitsu. For me, I'm learning. I mean, even though I haven't trained in a while, and I've only gotten back on the mats a handful of times in the last few months because of medical shit. It just takes time. Practice, and learning, and be humble. Just be willing to open your mind up to everything, and level your ego down to the lowest to go, because that's what you're gonna need to. Um, you think you know some shit at the start when you learn really quickly. Because for me, I think a lot of guys for jiu you learn stuff so quickly. Skill level raises very quickly, and then plateau. You hit a plateau. Everybody goes through it. And that was the point for a lot of people. You got to get past that and push through. So there is. I can't really answer that though. There is no length of time. Just got to keep going, man. Showing up. That's the key, man. Keep showing up, which I'm not doing right now. But again, medical stuff makes it very hard to enjoy because I get extreme nausea and vomiting. And I'm not out of shape or anything. That's just how it is. I need to get it diagnosed. If folks can knock Paddy out, maybe, man. It's just MMA. It's MMA, man. You know how sport's crazy. Anything can happen. But no, I think age will be the factor. Paddy will take it. You can definitely do it. It's MMA. Renat's a good wrestler. Yeah, good shout, man. We'll see Renat Ikram one day. Yeah, Ikram is looking really good, man. I love what he's doing. Usually coach at my gym says 10 to 12 years considered training to be black belt. Yeah, that's about average. That's about the 10 to 12 years is generally the training. I mean, bro, I mean, Alessio Prodigy, yeah, BJ Penn, 3 years it took him. But there's a guy I know, you know, back when I was up at uni, I trained in a new society. This guy, elite level, man. He got his blue belt in like a year, if that. I could be wrong. He just wins comp after comp after comp. Crazy leg lock game. Very good. He'll be black belt in far less than 10 years. I'll tell you that. Top 5 best wrestlers. Right now, honestly, that list you put up there, in no particular order, I like all of those picks, man. I probably put Usman in there, maybe. Usman over Ikram, I think. Nickel, I think number 2. I think I really think I am very high on Bo Nickel. I think he is that good. So for me, yeah, Nickel he's the next generation. That guy, for me, in the same way I said Aspinall will be champ, there's no way Bo Nickel won't be champ. He's too good not. First jiu-jitsu comp coming up, hella nervous. Mate, I've only competed once. I wish I could compete more, but timing, it just didn't work out for me when I was training regularly. I was going to do a comp, but it was the same day as UFC 286, which I was going to. So I couldn't do it, which sucked. Because I think I would have done really well. But my first comp, you know, most comps, they do lots of fights going on at the same time. For me, one fight at a time. So I had about 50 people watching me, man. And it was only when I was like 4 months in of training. I did pretty well, but I bottled a triangle because adrenaline hits you like crazy, man. So just level yourself. Remember what you know. It's the biggest advice I could give in the little comp experience I've done. Remember what you know and just stick with it. And even in the moment, just stick to your game plan. Have a game plan and stick to it. I lost my armbar. It was really competitive back and forth fight. But he armbarred me from bottom, which you'd never catch me getting armbarred from bottom now, man. I'm telling you. So, but again, it's a long time ago, so you change, and that's a sign of growth and a sign of improvement. Top 5 most overrated fighters. Oof, that's a fucking loaded question, man. That's a good one though. Let me get the rankings up. I think, dude, I don't think anyone's that overrated. You know, I think yeah, is a little bit overrated. But, you know, keeps himself open quite a lot. I think Marlon Vera is a little bit overrated. John Jones. You can't call John. That changed shit. Honestly, man, I can't really give you a list there. There's most guys deserve to be where they are. I don't know. Shavkat. Shavkat's overrated. I put Shavkat in there. I really do think he's good, but I'd be happy to be proven wrong. But he is overrated, man. Again, I said it. That lack of head movement and out of shape. You know, Jeff Neal, who was dealing with so much shit out of camp, you know, nearly rocked his shit. Shavkat just relies on his chin, man. Very dangerous, but defensively not that good. He's overrated. Top 5 strikers, bro. I don't know. It's too late for this. I'll just throw some names at you. Sterling, Volk, Tom Aspinall, Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards probably number 1. Corey Sandhagen at 4. And Valentina Shevchenko. Throw her in there, man. Izzy an overrated? I didn't say Izzy, did I? Did I say Izzy? Nah, Izzy, whoever did, Izzy definitely ain't overrated, man. I think Izzy is underrated, if anything. I think he gets far too much flack. Like people talk shit about the whole fucking dog thing, and people don't like him because of the whole Pereira shit. But no, Izzy's one of the best strikers in the UFC. Let's not get that twisted at all. Very, very, very good. Extremely talented. I mean, what other guy is knocking out Alex Pereira like that? Slash beating, you know. How many title defenses was it? 5, 6? Something like that? Speaks for itself. And you can call him boring or whatever. Doesn't matter. Kind of inside. Yeah, maybe a little bit he is, isn't he? Izzy was overrated? No, I don't think so. Oh, Toby said that. Sorry. No, he's not overrated. Not, man. 6 title defenses. I don't think Izzy fans gas him up that much. I think he's underrated. He's gonna be at least top 4 on the go list if he does that head kick. Isn't it? That's it. You might not be wrong there, Kinza, man. It's such fine margins. Who knows, man? That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I actually think I know much I respect Usman. I love him. Well, I don't love him, but I like watching him fight. I respect the guy. I think world champion. I do think his actual title resume a little bit overrated, purely on the fact that you've got Masvidal twice on there, who realistically is not title caliber. Not let's not get it twisted. Good fighter, not title caliber. Fighting him twice was, I think, the times he did, he had faced adversity in the other fights he had in that title reign against Colby. Hell of a lot of adversity, man. I think he lost that fight against Colby in the second one. I think the worst you could argue is a draw. I didn't have him winning that fight at all. Strikers list, bro. I'm interested. Yeah, I'll probably do it down the line. I'll probably do a UFC casual guide to the best strikers or some shit. Why not? Tender is he? Mythical fighter, man. Think he could beat Hamzat and people to survive. Yeah, that was back in the heyday to be. But again, that's not now. Back in the day, people were saying that. It might seem crazy now, but back then it made sense. So, MMA fans are fickle, man. People are saying shit all the time. It's people flip flop on stuff like this. You gotta understand. You get one day people saying fucking Aspinall ain't gonna win the title. Pavlovich will dog walk him. Now people are saying Aspinall's gonna go down as the GOAT. For the record, I've always been saying that. I've always been saying. Griff again, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you for the 5, man. Appreciate it. Good stream. Good spend with the girlfriend. Have a good Thanksgiving, man. I'm gonna jump off in a minute as well. So I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving wherever you guys are. Yeah, man. Have a good night, Griff. I appreciate you. I appreciate the donation so much. Thank you. It goes right back into the channel. So, thank you. Really. Again, I don't want to ramble on and glaze you, but I appreciate it. Top 5 best strikers of all time. Silver Wonderboy is he? Crow Cop. That's a shout, isn't it? That's an OG shout. Yeah, Prime Crow Cop was a killer, bro. Killer. Yeah, I like that list. I don't know if I could put Crow Cop in there purely on the fact how later end of his career it was. Then again, so was Silver was pretty bad. Yeah, I like that list. Who's going to beat in every contender at welterweight, even in 10 or 22? No, Leon beats him. I mean, Leon did beat him in 2022. To be honest, I think I'd always said Leon was going to beat him. I think stylistically, maybe just didn't see it. I don't understand. I made good money on both those Leon fights, man. Very good money. Not very good. I mean, I don't bet huge amounts, but Leon was a I think 3.5 to 1 underdog in that first fight, or the second one, and then he was just under a 3 to 1 underdog in the third fight, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. Like, how can you tell me he's not going to win? I think you look at the ability for ability. Leon is far better than Usman, just much more well rounded. Always why I picked him to win. The only reason he got his ass handed to him in that second fight was because of the altitude. Look how good he was in that first round. That was the clear sign he going to have success in that trilogy match. I was very, very optimistic. I was right. And I'm sure a lot of you guys were as well. How do you think Prime GSP would do well? Contenders do very well, man. It's GSP. Special athlete. There's less than that. Very special athlete. Again, I know you talk. I did say earlier about, and TORTs wouldn't fare well. That's a lot earlier. I mean, GSP was won the middleweight strap into, only 5 years ago. Yeah, MMA as a sport technically hasn't evolved that much in that time. GSP would do very well. Prime, you're talking about Prime GSP. That 2017 GSP is way not his prime. Prime GSP would murder that roster. I think Leon Edwards might give him problems, but I think GSP would probably wrestle him to that, Just GSP would reign that division. Cool. Machida. Oh, Machida. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Machida cracks that top 5. Are you kidding me? That crane kick over, was it Couture or was it Coleman? Randy Couture, I believe. Yeah, it was Couture, wasn't it? And the fucking front kick over Vitor Belfort, same way Addison did it, and then kneeling down in front of him. Cold, man. Cold as hell. Gave John Jones problems as well before he got slumped. Underrated. Had Jones in some sort of trouble in that early round, Underrated as hell. Have a look at the stream quality on my. Aljo get murdered in 1FC. I mean, depends, doesn't it? It does. I think Aljo's. I'll say that Aljo is extremely under. I think he's Gets far too much disrespect, and I'm very passionate about that as well. I think Aljo is one of the best. He is the best bantamweight ever for me. I mean, I know you can say 3 title defenses, but he's got the most, and he's very, very good. What other guys submitting Corey Sandhagen in round 1? Beating POER like the way he did in that rematch, and everything was against him. Takes balls, man. Beating Cejudo like that is an extremely, incredible win. And sure, he got clipped by O'Malley, but it's MMA, man. It's gonna happen to you. You overstay your welcome, which everybody does in this game. It's gonna happen to you. And he got clipped, and he took, honestly, I don't think I've seen anyone take a loss better than Aljo, especially with the amount of flack he got from people, which I never really understood. I think he was humble as hell. He's about as humble as he can be in that whole title reign. Obviously, he played up to it after the DQ. That was probably where the hate came from. The hate for Aljo should have died after he settled that beef with Jan. But when he beat Jan in that rematch, for me, I had no qualms. Because it was like, fair play. You're the champ. You deserve it. For me, it was an easy, you know. Aljo, I think is I think as we see that his sort of career go on, I think we'll see him be seen in a much better light. Usman beats Prime GSP? No, Prime GSP for me. And I'm gonna end it on that, guys. I'm fucking 2 a.m. here. Nearly an hour going. I'm very tired. It's in the UK. It's late. But that's my fault for streaming late as well. But I was trying to get this camera shit sorted and my computer sorted for a while because I had to install a new component, which fucking was a nightmare. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a fucking awesome stream. Good to be back in it. And I know I've been in stream for a little while. I haven't been out, but we're here. And I appreciate all you new guys. A lot of new faces in here. Kinza, I don't recognize you. Sorry if you have been in the stream before. Giga, I think you have as well. And Griff, you too as well, man, if he's still here. But I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for being here. I won't give you a promise on when I'm gonna stream. It won't be long. It'll be in a day or two, maybe 3. I don't know. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you have a good morning, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you're at. You have a good one. See you soon.